Let's dive into some Q&A today, huh? All right, so got some questions. Well, you have questions and I have answers or opinions, whatever you want to call them. Answers, opinions, they're kind of like the same thing. So let's dive into it, shall we? All right, question number 1. I've hit a plateau with my weight loss. I'm on point with my diet, sleep, and training 3 to 4 times a week. What can I do to break through this plateau? It kind of sounds like that. Steps, yes. Look, if you're already training 3 to 4 times a week, if you're getting like 7 to 9 hours of sleep and your diet is on point means 90% of the foods you're eating are in alignment with the goal you're trying to do. So that means that you're eating enough protein and you're either eating slightly below your calories if you're trying to lose some weight, or you're eating slightly above your calories if you're trying to gain some weight. So this person, they want a weight loss. So they should be eating about 200 to 500 calories below what they're burning in a day. So one of the best things you can do to break through a plateau is to increase how many steps you're walking in a day. If your current step count is like 2,000 to 5,000, bring it up to 6,000 to 8,000. If you're doing 8,000 steps, bring it up to 10,000 steps. Now, there is a cap on this. If you're currently walking 10,000 steps a day, all right, and you're also training 3 to 4 times a week, you're sleeping, you're also eating like well in your diet, you might want to, this might be a little counterproductive, take a step back, especially with your training. Let's look at your overall training and look at your overall stress levels. Training is a stress. Now, you're getting your sleep, you're eating well, but what are the other stress levels looking like in your life? Assess everything that could be a stress and factor it in. Working out is a stress. Maybe you're having to deal with things at work. Maybe you have kids that you have to deal with. Whatever it is, look at all of your stress that you have to deal with on a daily basis and try to minimize that or work on other stress-related techniques. Because if you're doing everything you say you're doing, you're walking 10,000 steps, you're getting your workouts in, you're eating and you're sleeping, then we got to look at your overall stress levels and how and what's going on there. Now, you can look below the surface even more, and you can then get blood tests done to find out what's going on in the blood and what's going on with hormones, but that's a topic for another day. But for now, if you're not stepping, if you're not getting 10,000 steps, increase your steps incrementally. All right? If you're already doing those things, look at decreasing your overall stress levels to break out of that weight loss plateau. Moving on. Should I eat before a workout? It's a good question. And realistically, it depends. It really depends. Now, if you're going to work out at, let's say, 5 a.m., you're going to work out at 5 a.m., are you going to wake up even earlier to have a full meal? Because depending on the size of the food that you're going to eat, you want to have some timing with it. For instance, you're not going to want to eat a big meal 30 minutes before a hard training session. It's not a smart idea. You're better off having a smaller meal closer to that training session. So a good rule of thumb is this. If you're going to eat something before a workout, the closer it is to your workout time, the smaller the food has to be, and I would say keep it with fruit. So if you don't have time, but you know you want to eat something, fruit. Have fruit 30 minutes before a workout. Whatever it is, a banana, berries, apples, kiwi, peaches, mangoes, any kind of fruit. If you're going to have an actual meal, have that about 1 to 2 hours before a workout. Don't make it too heavy. Ideally, you're going to want to make it higher protein, higher carbs, lower on the fats. And you're going to want to eat that 1 to 2 hours before. Make a smart decision by not eating a food that's going to be too heavy or make you feel meh, because it's not going to really help out with the workout. All right. Now, if you feel that you don't have the energy, you don't have the gas to push through a workout, yes, I highly recommend that you eat some sort of food beforehand. Again, the closer you eat to the workout, the smaller the food is going to be. The more time you have between the meal and the workout, the bigger the meal can be. Again, we just want to make sure that you're eating within 1 to 2 hours for a full meal. If it's within 30 to 15 minutes of the workout, just keep it with a piece of fruit. All right. Now, there could also be an argument for people that want to work out fasted. I've done that many, many, many times. I know plenty of people that do that as well, because they're like, hey, you know what? I'd rather not have to question what's this food going to do to my workout. I'd rather just work out without any food in my body because I know what to expect with that. So that's the answer on should I eat before a workout. It really depends on you, the person, and how much time you have before the workout. All right. Next up. Is there an exercise that can help me burn my love handles? Yeah, these guys are right there. I got some too, and I really don't like them at all. I have a pretty bad relationship with my love handles. All right, I call them hate handles, if anything. Yes, the exercise is called fork droppers. When you're eating, drop that fork and make sure you stop eating when you're satisfied. A good rule of thumb is eat until you're 80% full. That's usually right when you're satisfied. You can eat a little bit more, but you choose not to. That's the way that that's the exercise that you're gonna do to help burn those love handles. Drop that fork and eat until you're 80% full with your meals. Because on that area, it's body fat. And you can't target body fat, and there's not really a muscle beneath that area that you can grow to kind of make those love handles disappear. The only way you're going to make them disappear is through eating less food to burn body fat. Now, if there's an exercise, I'll go back to the first question and say, hey, walking. Walking would be one of the other ways that you can kind of burn those love handles because it's a lower stress way of burning more calories throughout your day. So if you want to burn your love handles, fork droppers, meaning you eat less food, and increase how much you're walking. Moving on, we're just ripping through these questions today, all right? Woo, I don't need that. Got them written all over the place. Got them written here on my laptop and got some written here on this little notepad. All right. Why is water important? That's a big question. Water is incredibly important for you. It's incredibly important for overall health and performance. Now, we can go a little more specific with this one and explain how it's beneficial to weight loss. So if you're trying to cut some fat, water is important because the main thing, the number one thing that water is going to do is going to help you feel full. It's going to get rid of some of those cravings that you need more food. It's going to help you feel not as depleted. So water is very beneficial for weight loss because of the what's called the satiety effects that it gives you. It gives you the feeling that you're satisfied. There are plenty of times where people reach for food, not because they are actually hungry, but because they are thirsty. Sometimes they'll usually reach for food that is actually void of water and will actually have you retain more of it. You can get plenty of water through vegetables and fruits and meats and fish because those have water in them. They're a water-dense food. So you can actually get some water in your day by eating certain foods that have more water density to them. So that's one of the main reasons why water is beneficial for weight loss. It helps you not overeat because you're not really going to be as hungry. You're not going to give into those hunger cues. Instead, drink some water. One good thing that you can do to create a habit is if you're about to have a snack, all right, and you want to lose weight, instead of reaching for that snack and grabbing it, reach for the water first. Reach for the water, take some sips of the water, and then wait. Wait 10, 15 minutes, put a timer on if you want to. If you still feel like you need that snack, go ahead and grab it. But the thing is, you first went for the water to see, am I thirsty or am I actually truly hungry? Chances are you're not hungry. You just need something to fill up the contents of the stomach, and water is going to be there to help you do that. And beyond that, water helps out performance so that way you don't have headaches, you don't get irritable. and just all the negative things that happen if you don't have water will make you want to kind of eat those foods that keep weight on the body. All right, we got one more question here. One more question. Let me see, do we do a bonus question? Nah, one more question. Best oils for foods. All right, now there has been a discussion about seed oils, and seed oils, they're not good. They're not good for your body. All right, seed oils being canola oil, cottonseed oil, rapeseed oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, safflower oil. I can keep on going, but there's a ton of different oils out there that's just not too good for your body. And you'll see them in so many different processed foods. It's easier to avoid sugar than it is to avoid these oils. Again, it's easier to avoid sugar than it is to avoid these oils. You see, marketing hasn't gotten smart yet. They haven't caught up with it yet. That, hey, we got to market this healthy food as being a healthy alternative. Even the healthy alternatives still have some of these worst offending seed oils in them. And they're called seed oils, all right? So to go back to the question, instead of going down the rabbit hole of demonizing seed oils and getting you all scared, we're going to talk about the best oils for you to eat. Those are going to be, and there's different ways of cooking, different methods of cooking them. Olive oil, whether it's extra virgin or just regular pressed olive oil. Olive oil is going to be really good for, like if you're going to cook with it, very, very low temperatures, but you're going to use olive oil to kind of make your own sauces and kind of put on your own foods. So olive oil. Next up, we got coconut oil. Coconut oil, you can use it like a little bit higher temperatures, and it also gives it like a nice coconutty flavor to it. Then you got avocado oil. Avocado oil can be used for higher temperatures. I feel like it's more of a neutral flavored oil. I don't think I've had anything that makes it seem like I taste avocados in it, kind of like I do with coconut oil. And then there's also butter. Butter is also a great form of an oil that you can use. And then there's ghee butter, which is clarified butter, which you can use at higher temperatures. So if you're going to cook with an oil, try to stick with those. Or not cook, but if you're just going to eat oils in general, which, again, it's very hard to avoid oils across the board, but if you're going to eat oils, keep it to olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, and ghee butter. Try those out and try to make sure that you keep with those. Also, pay more attention to labels. Next time you're at the grocery store and you're buying all your foods, look at the labels and see what kind of oil does this have. And you'll be surprised. 90% of foods have one form of a vegetable oil or another inside of it. Check those out, become more aware, because awareness precedes change. If you're aware of those things, you're less likely to have them consistently. You may not be able to avoid them across the board, because trust me, I still eat seed oils here and there, but I try not to buy foods that I know have them in there. I will look for an alternative. So there you go. Thank you very much for joining me today on this little Q&A where we answered 5 different questions. I'm going to be doing these once a month. I might do them even more because I really enjoy doing it. What I need help from you is to ask me questions. Yes, all these questions that I answer are from people. I'm not just writing these questions down myself. I'm asking my clients, asking you guys, hey, what questions do you have and can I answer them for you? Thank you very much for watching this. If you found this valuable, you know what to do. Share it with a friend, share it to the world, so that way people can be more well informed about fitness, nutrition, and mindset. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.